Oh yeah, this is a lot of fun. Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15 1022 Sports. Yeah, at the Adrian Mateo Guns personal range. Coming right up. And welcome back to the channel. Adrian from Mateo Guns bringing you guys another video. Alright, so today this is going to be a little something new. It's not going to be just a gun day Sunday. Also going to be a gun day fun day as well. Today I have my Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15 1022 Sports. Now I did get this one just about exactly the way it is, all camo, all the good stuff. However, you know, it's pretty much decked out just a little bit to my likings, even though it is a 1022. So the recoil is like nothing. It's butter, it's smooth, it's sweet. However, today I do have that muzzle brake, which I've had now on this gun for a long freaking time. But anyway, guys, this here is my whole entire setup. I will be going over that in the video description if you want to go ahead and check it out. I don't have the link to everything, so I don't know. I don't really recall where I got all this little good stuff from. However, if you do your own research, you'll be able to figure it out. But anyway, guys, today we are at a safe environment. This here is my personal range, which you guys have already seen 1,000 times. This is the Adrian Mateo personal range at a disclosed location. This video is for entertainment purposes only or learning purposes only. I'm not endorsed by Smith & Wesson. I'm not making any money by Smith & Wesson. I'm not endorsing any accessories or any upgrades to any firearms. So if you do any of that, you are on your own. Make sure that you follow your local laws wherever you stay at or you live at. Let me see if I missed anything. Anything you see here has been purchased by yours truly, all the way from the scope, the firearm, the grip, this right here, everything you see here, the bipod, everything you see here has been purchased by me and me only. Therefore, if I want to talk a little bit of crap about it, I could do that if I please. Also, boys, I do want to try my CMMG ZEROED suppressor on this puppy here, because I've never shot this one suppressed. Never done it. I've always shot it with the muzzle brake or the little piece, the flash hider that it came with. However, today I will put my CMMG ZEROED can on this puppy and see if I hear any difference when it comes to that muzzle bullet coming right out. However, before I do that, I'm going to put some shots down the range, only using the magazine itself. I do have a mixture of a whole bunch of different ammo up in here. I did that on purpose to see if any one of them going to give me any kind of hiccup. Ladies, boys, I've had this gun now, this rifle, for a little over 13 years. And I have put a load of ammo through this puppy, and I've never, ever had any kind of malfunction. Never. I believe that this was probably my third gun that I own since I started my little collection. And I think I have a little over at least 15 to 17,000 rounds through this puppy. And again, I've never had any issues, never had any problem. I've never had to change any internals, trigger, nothing on it. This thing has worked flawlessly, and I've only cleaned this puppy only twice because I very rarely use this one. But today is going to be, again, a gun day, Sunday, fun day. So let me go ahead and get the camera ready. I do have another two different guns that I'm also going to use that I never shot suppressed, but we're going to get to that in a little bit. So let me go ahead and get the other magazine loaded, which these are the 25 round magazine. So let me get that loaded, get the shooting, and have some fun. I'll be right back, y'all. Yeah. All right, so right now I will be using some Federal ammunition, and these are the 36 grain copper plated hollow point. So it says that it will be traveling at about 1,260 feet per second. So let me get my ears on. And let me go ahead and get the rifle ready. Let me go ahead and get the bipod out. Feel like I'm doing a little bit of sniping today. Let me go ahead and kick it out some more. All the way out, baby. Because the magazine, it's kind of long. Boom. So that thing is pretty much ready to go. Let me go ahead and get the stock out. So let me put a couple of rounds down the range. Now, right now, my target's at about 15 yards from here. So I believe that I already have this puppy sighted in, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. So you should be able to hit that metal just plinking every single time. All right, safety off. There you go. All right, boys. Now, with your ear protection, of course, you could barely hear it. But I'm pretty sure that you could still hear, the blast coming from the muzzle. So let me go ahead and try another 25 rounds on suppressor, and then I'm going to put the suppressor on. And yeah, and hear the difference. All right, boys. Another 25 rounds down the range with my Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15 10/22 Sports. There you go, boys. Now the rounds go through fast when you're having fun, boys and girls. Let me put that puppy in save. So let me go ahead and get the magazines loaded. And go ahead and put the suppressor on and see what it's gonna do. I'll be right back, guys. All right, boys. So I am back with the Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15 10/22 Sports, and I do have 25 rounds. I do have 2 magazines loaded, 25 round each, of some bulk ammo, some Federal Champion ammunition. Again, 36 grain, high velocity, copper plated hollow point. And now this time I'm going to be using my CMMG 022, which again, I'm not endorsed by CMMG. I'm not making any money from them. I actually purchased this can myself with my own hard-earned money. So this video is being sponsored by me and my bank account. All right, YouTube, let's go, baby. 25 rounds down the range with my Smith & Wesson 10/22 AR-15 Sports. Suppressed, baby, for the first time at the Adrian Mateo Guns compound. Let's hear what it sounds like. Safety off. Holy cow, that's quiet. Holy cow, that is quiet. Let me go ahead and take my ear off just to hear it. Just to hear what the thing sounds like. Just temporarily. Let's see here. Okay. I guess that would be primer strike. Yep. That's one thing that I've had with this gun. I did say earlier that I've never had any issues with it, but I actually had a couple of light primer strike, which you could see that it was a hit, but it did not go bang. So I guess that's the nature of the 20/22 long rifle, boys. Yeah. So tell me in the comments below, do you hear the difference between suppressed and unsuppressed? I think I do. You just let me know what you heard. Anyway, guys, listen, 20, 50 rounds go by fast when it comes to shooting my Smith & Wesson AR-15 10-22 Sports. Let me go ahead and put the safe on that puppy. Get this bipod collapsed. And chamber is clear right here. No magazine. So I'm going to set that down for now. I'm going to let the can cool off for just a minute. And while I do that, I'm going to change my headset. And I'm about to go ahead and pull out my Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact. This one has the threaded barrel. And I'm just going to put some rounds down the range unsuppressed. And then I'm going to do a suppress and see if I hear any different with this one as well. All right. Safety off. That's a loud bang. That is definitely a loud bang. Unsuppressed. All right, 10 more rounds. Yep, could definitely hear the difference, boys. 10 more rounds. Yes, sir. That was 30 rounds down the range. Quick, easy, and painless. All right, boys. Let me go ahead and get the magazines loaded for the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact. And let me go ahead and shoot the suppress. And let me see if I can hear the difference. I'll be right back, boys. All right, boys. So now I have 4 magazines loaded, 10 rounds each, with the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact. And this is my first time ever shooting this gun suppressed. Never shot it like that before. So let me just hear what it sounds like. Without further ado, let's go, boys. All right. That's 10 rounds down the range. That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, boy. That sounds good. Smith & Wesson gang. I love my Smith & Wesson guns, rifles. I love them all. I'm a very big Smith & Wesson fan. I'm a fanboy. I love them. I love every single thing about them. To some extent, because there are some Smith & Wesson handguns that I will not get because they are butt ugly and the recoil are horrible. But these right here that I have, beautiful, flawless. I'm dying to know what it sounds like. Let me just remove one ear. Just one ear, boys. Let me make sure that this can is not walking off. Nope. Still intact. Just one ear. Just need to know what it sounds like. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, love it. I think that I am literally hooked of shooting suppressed. I don't even think that I want to shoot unsuppressed anymore. Miaris TV, man, you were right. When you said that once I start shooting suppressed, I will never stop shooting suppressed, you were right, bro. You were right. You were absolutely right because this thing sounds amazing. I'm not going to be a dumbass again and then put my hand on it and burn myself like I did the last time. I was about to. I almost did. But if you guys see, I stopped myself. But anyway, boys, let me go ahead and stop the video. Go ahead and get the magazines loaded and do some more shooting, boys. I'll be right back. And I am back, boys. Now, I do not want to make this video super long, but time flies when you're having fun. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more shooting. Now, these are going to be 10 rounds of the Remington 22 Thunderbolt. These are the, let me see here. These are the 40 grain lead round nose. Unfortunately, I ran out of my Federal Champion ammunition. I do have more inside the house, but I'm not about to go inside. I still got plenty more ammo, but I do still have 3 magazines of the Federal Champion ammunition right here. But these are gonna be the Remington Thunderbolt. Still, the Smith & Wesson 22 compact suppressed. Safety off. All right. So I just had what they call a stovepipe. I don't know if you guys seen that, but the bullet just ejected and it went somewhere. Here it is. Still not used yet. So for some reason or another, it just ejected the wrong way and it never cycled. All right, now that I'm ready to go, let's try that again. All right. Now these are the Federal Champion ammunition. Miaris TV, I can see how you go crazy when you're at the range. I mean, once you start on the low rhythm, you don't want to stop. And I see myself doing the same thing. Big shout out to you, bro. All right, another 10 rounds. Boys, when I tell you that I'm having fun shooting this puppy suppressed, it is a lot of fun. If you guys are subscribed to the channel, then you already know that I waited 20 days for my silencer can to be approved once I submitted the paperwork. The very first time that I shot this puppy, again, if you guys are loyal Adrian Mattel Gun subscriber, you know how happy I was the first time I shot it. I'm talking about this thing is a lot of fun. And anytime I come out here on my personal range and do some shooting, I go crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. On my Smith & Wesson M&P 22X, that was the first gun that I've used with this CMMG 022 can, and I had a blast. I had a blast. One thing that I noticed though, that after I put about, I would say at least 100 rounds through it, for some reason it would not lock back on the last round. With this one, so far it's locking back every single time. So I guess every gun is a little different. I did notice that my Smith & Wesson M&P 22X was a lot, it was dirty. It was pretty bad. So after I cleaned it a little bit, and I run my little snake through the barrel, get all some of that gunk out, it's running flawlessly. Flawlessly. But for some reason or another, I haven't shot this gun in a very, very long time. I think right now I have around at least 2,500 rounds through this Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact. And since I've had it, I've only cleaned this puppy probably, oh my God, not even 3 times, probably 3 times maybe. That's pretty much it. And have never given me any problems at all. A couple of stovepipes due to the ammunition, not because of the gun. Anyway, boys, girls, let me go ahead and I did it again. I just touched the thing. It's not going to cool up immediately. I need to make sure that I get that through my thick ass head. Anyway, guys, let me go down and load up the magazines one more time and shoot him again. And then I'm going to try to test out my Taurus TX22 Gen 2 with this can as well and see if I can see the difference. I'll be right back, boys. Yeah. And I am back once again with 4 10-round magazines for the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Compact. I'm going to put these rounds down the range really quick, or maybe take my time just a little bit. But anyway, I'm just having fun here at my personal range, just enjoying the heck out of the CMMG 022 can that it finally got to me. It finally got to the Adrian Mateo Guns compound, and I am loving every second of it. Let me try one-handed real quick. There you go, boys. That was right hand. Now left hand. Whew. All right. Light primer strike. There you go, boys. And that's how you do it. Having fun at the Adrian Mateo Guns personal range. So now I'm going to let that cool off just for a few minutes. Now I'm going to try my Taurus TX22 Gen 2, and I'm going to put some rounds down the range with this puppy, unsuppressed and then suppressed, and see how is it going to cycle through, boys. So let me go ahead and get the magazines loaded, and this is what it looked like if you've never seen it. My Taurus TX22 Gen 2. This is the one that's not optic ready. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the magazines loaded, and I'll be right back. Peace out. All right, boys. So right now I have all 5 magazines loaded for my Taurus TX22. This one do come with 3 16-round magazines and 2 22-round magazines, the one that I love to call Fun Stick. So let me just go and put 16 rounds down the range on suppress, and then I'm going to try with that suppressor and see what it's going to sound like. Let's go, boys. It's been a little while since I put some rounds down the range with this puppy. All right, safety off. All right, so that will be 16 rounds down the range. Let me try one of the Fun Sticks and see how is it going to cycle. Right, so I think I have a little malfunction. Yep. And one of the rounds got banged up pretty good. If you guys can see that. Look at that. It got banged up pretty good. Right here. But it did not hit the primer. So let me see if it will at least cycle. And yes, it did. All right, boys. So let me go ahead and pause the video, put the suppressor on, because for YouTube policies and purposes, I am not allowed to put the can on the gun on video. So I'll be right back, boys. Alright, so I am back. So now that I have my Taurus TX22 with the can on it, the CMMG 022 can, let me go ahead and put 16 round down the range, suppress, and see and hear what the puppy sound like. Let's go. Safety off. Another malfunction. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this right here. So let me get that off. All right, so I don't know why it's doing that, but let me try it again. All right, so I'm having a little bit of malfunction on my Taurus TX22 where the rounds are getting banged up and it's like they're not cycling properly. I don't know what's that about. All right, let me try it again. I'm not liking this. I am not liking this shit. Don't want to cuss, but it's pissing me off. It really is. I don't know why it's doing that. Don't tell me that this gun did not like the suppressor, because that would be a bummer. Alright, so a couple of rounds cycle just fine, except that one. Let me just kick that off. So it did lock back, but for some reason or another, I'm having some issues cycling some of the rounds. Why? I have no idea. You make sure the can is not walking up, and it's not. So let me try the fun stick and see if that will cycle properly. Hoping I'm not stepping on ends. No, I'm not. Alright, so this is the 22 round magazine. The gun is not dirty. The gun is clean. It's lubricated. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh my god, these gnats are killing me. Let's see here. Hold on. Give me one moment. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, now this is really pissing me off. I'm gonna try a couple more. See, for some reason or another, the rounds are staying down. They're not popping up like they're supposed to. And that's where it's just not cycling properly. I don't know why it's doing that. I've had that issue before with this gun, but then it stops and then it does it again. Oh my god. I'm gonna try a couple more, and if it does it again, I'm gonna stop. Yep, I'm done. The Taurus TX22 failed me once again. Why? I'm not sure. Yep, I'm done with this one. I'm just gonna go back to the rifle and just keep it moving. Yep. I don't know why it's doing that. This is dumb, and this is ridiculous. Let me just try one more time, because I absolutely love this gun. I really do. Oh my God. No need for me to keep going. I'm done messing with it. Let me just put that down. I'm done. I'm done. All right, boys, I'll be right back. All right, so I am back with the Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15 1022 Sports, and I'm going to put some more rounds down the range, and I'm going to call this video a done deal. That's 25 rounds of the Thunderbolt 22 long rifle, and these are going to be the 40 grain. All right, safety off, and let's go. Boys and girls, these rounds go quick when you're having fun. Holy shnikes. This gun is amazing. So boys, to conclude this video, my CMMG ZEROED 22 can worked flawlessly with my Smith & Wesson M&P AR-15 1022 Sports. I'm a Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Compact. It ran flawlessly. However, I kept having issues with feeding issue with my Taurus TX22. So I'm not going to blame it on the can. I'm not going to, because I've had issue before just running it like it is. For some reason or another, it just keep giving me issue after issue after issue. Why? I have no idea. Because once again, the gun has been cleaned, has been lubed up. The magazines are pretty much brand new. I think I've only ran these magazines, every single magazine through this gun, probably not even 10 times each. Not even that much. So I keep having issues with that one. I think I'm going to have to get in touch with Taurus and see if they could do something about it, because I'm really getting sick and tired of all this bull crap, you know what I mean, going on with the gun. But anyway, guys, I know this video went a little long. It's just that, hey, I'm having fun out here on my personal range. If you're new to the channel, I really appreciate it. Click that subscribe. It's not going to cost you anything. Like the video, share, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Hype the video. I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, click the post notification bell, guys. That way you never miss it on any single one of my videos. With that being said, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Be safe. Be vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings. Take care of the family. God bless you all. Peace.